I am standing at the exact location where Renee Goode was unalived. If you see the house in the background with that kind of triangle design, if you go back and look at the video, this is the exact location. You will see the that kind of dinosaur and the shark. I am at the exact location where ICE officers took Renee Goode's life. There's a little bit of a shoulder on the road, so I'm gonna stand right here. Then I'm gonna take you guys down there. You see where it says press? That's actually where her car ran into the tree after she was unalived. It was very important for me to come here and be at this location. For those who tuned in yesterday, we were at the ICE headquarters and we showed you guys some peaceful protesters that were speaking and yelling at ICE agents. And that was yesterday. And I'm going to be going to different locations today. So it won't be one big live like it was yesterday. So stay tuned for that. But it was really important for me to start today off at this location. As we know, of course, there was a lot of peaceful protesting before Renee Goode was unalived. But in my opinion, after Renee Goode was unalived, I think that is when it became a national story and the world took notice of Minneapolis and Minnesota. I've been here 24 hours, and for those who tuned in yesterday, it is a very beautiful city. I have yet still to see even one ICE agent. A lot of people yesterday were in the comment section saying, I'm never gonna go there. There's Somalian people here. There's ICE agents, there's federal officers. I went out last night to have dinner. I went out to a club. It is a beautiful state. Nobody has questioned me. Nobody has said anything to me. I do not feel threatened in any way. I feel welcomed. I've let everybody know that I'm a content creator and I'm here to cover Don Lemon's trial. That will be happening tomorrow. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And everybody has been very welcoming. And I feel like the one main thing that I speak when I ask Minnesotans what they took from the incident that happened with Renee and Alex and all the protesting. And it's the same thing that I've been saying since this has happened, is that this has brought Minnesotans together. And I understand that everybody has different thoughts on the protesting and ICE agents, etc. But one thing I was saying yesterday to people in the comment section that didn't agree with people peacefully protesting is that you don't know how somebody has been affected. So when you see somebody protesting or when you see somebody outside of ICE headquarters, you don't know if their brother or sister or neighbor has been taken by ICE. You don't know if someone's cousin or relative has been affected by what's going on. So it's not necessarily what everybody's saying that, oh, they're just agitators. From what I've gathered just myself, I feel like everybody's looking at this just as a community and everybody feels affected and everybody feels like maybe it's my neighbor or maybe it's my coworker or maybe it's somebody who I don't know. But because they're Minnesotans, then we're gonna go outside and we're gonna protest for them. That's just the feeling that I have gotten. It's a very unifying feeling. It's almost like a brotherhood or a sisterhood. That's what is the vibe that I'm feeling. And I told you guys yesterday, that's really what I wanted to come out and cover. not necessarily just Dawn or just Renee's or just Alex, and that's where we're gonna go to after this, but it was really to just give you guys like, how is Minnesota after? There's still protests and there's still things going on, but what is the after effect? And the after effect is unifying, and that is what I've been feeling. So again, I'm standing at the exact location. If you guys go and look at the video, this is the house that's in the background. I'm gonna walk you guys down now to the tree, but it's a little bit chilling. Like, I got a car and I parked it right here, and just driving up and finding the exact location, it just, like, somebody's with me and she's like, I have goosebumps. And she's like, I don't even know if I want to come outside because of, like, you're standing in a place where somebody lost their life, you know? And it's just, it became the center of the universe for a couple of days, right? So it's quiet on the street. You don't really hear anybody talking. Like I said, there's a kind of like a little memorial that we're gonna walk down, but I wanted to just stand in the place where Renee lost her life. Before we go down there, I just want to remind everybody and kind of humanize Renee. And I know I'm going to come to the comment section and everybody's going to have their own theory, but regardless of what you think of Renee or not, she was still a human being, and she lost her life doing what she felt was right, whether you agree with it or not. So Renee Goode was 37 years old. She was a mother of 3. I only thought she had that one kid, but she had 3 children. One was 15, one was 12, and one was 6. So again, I understand there's people who are going to think about it differently, but there's 3 children that do not have their mother because of this incident. Renee had just moved to the city. She was born in Colorado. I have here in my notes that she was not an activist. I know some people are going to disagree with that, and there is different reports. But when you hear her family or when you hear people talking about her, she did not see herself as an activist. And that's what I'm trying to get across here to the people who feel like she put herself in this situation. Not everybody feels like they're activists, or not everybody feels like I'm going out to protest. It could just feel like my neighbor, my dentist, my cousin, my brother, a Minnesotan is being affected. And that could be her reason why she was out here that day. She was a devoted Christian. She was a prize-winning poet and a hobby guitarist. Her mother says she was taking care of people her whole entire life. She was loving, forgiving, and affectionate. She was an amazing human being. And again, just think about, this is her mother. A mom is speaking about her child that is no longer here because of an immigration issue. And again, I know I've already said it 3 times, regardless of what side of this specific incident you're on, she felt something for some reason to make her voice heard to ICE agents, and she's no longer here. And there's 3 children and her mother that don't have their child and their mom here anymore. Just humanize that for a second. Renee Goode was on her 3rd marriage. And this is the reason why she moved to Minnesota, was for her wife. Goode had previously worked as a dental assistant and at a credit union, but had mainly been a stay-at-home mom in recent years. Again, let's humanize Renee. She was a stay-at-home mom taking care of 3 children now that do not have a mother because of an immigration issue. This is so heartbreaking. She dropped her 6-year-old son at school just before her encounter with ICE agents. Just think about that. Think about you dropping, anybody here who's watching, your child at work, and you're going about your day and there's ICE agents, and for some reason you feel like you want to make your voice heard and you just drop your kid at work and you get unalived. She was in her Honda Pilot in the middle of a residential street where I'm standing right now, where ICE agents opened fire. Goode's unaliving hit her family especially hard because it was her older sister's birthday. The day that she lost her life was her older sister's birthday. That has got to be hard for anybody. Again, y'all know me. I welcome everyone's opinion, but my point to coming out here was to bring you guys here to Minnesota to give you the feeling of what is happening here and to humanize Renee and Alex and Minnesotans, okay? So please just try to keep an open mind. Okay, so again, I'm standing literally, I just want to be here. This is exactly the spot. I'm in the middle of the street. This is exactly where it happened. And she backed her car up here, and now we're gonna go down and we're gonna walk to the tree where she hit. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of people down there. We'll maybe talk with some people. It's a weird feeling. I'm telling you right now. I'm strong and I don't normally I'm not saying I'm emotional, but I could feel the weight just being here in the street. So again, I just want to show you guys, to show you kind of like this is where and this is the tree. This is the tree that she hit. And if you guys remember, there were 3 shots. And I don't want to get into today, I don't want to get into if her car was aiming at the ICE officer or not. Just know that there was 1 shot that was shot kind of in front, and then the second one was on the side, and the third one, from what we're hearing from autopsy, was the one that was the fatal shot. And of course, this is the tree that she hit. It's almost like a kind of cloth-like material, and it looks like almost like it says, "I want back my rocking chair." I think maybe this is her poem. Do you know what is written here? Is this her poems?
Yes.
Oh, okay, guys. Remember I was telling you that she was what does my note say? She was a poet, a prize-winning. Hold on, let me get my notes. Yes, she was a prize-winning poet. This is one of her poems. Oh my gosh, guys, this is one of Renee's poems. And you see here at the bottom where it says, by Renee Goode. This is her poem. And I guess probably her family maybe put this up here. This is the ICE agent. The whole tree is wrapped. And I guess these are more of her poems here. Okay, you have here pictures. Of course, that's George Floyd. I'm not too sure who these other men are. Maybe it's other people who have lost their lives from police brutality. And here is the flowers. And by the way, I didn't know this yesterday, but yesterday was the 1-month anniversary of her unaliving. 1 month yesterday. These are flowers. Look at all of that. If you notice, like most people are not really talking. Everyone is kind of just taking in the moment. Um, I would normally like speak to people, but I feel like nobody's really talking, and everyone is just looking at her work, and the flowers, and everybody's just really kind of just feeling the moment. Is more what I'm feeling. I'm going to come to the comment section soon. I just want to show you guys. Here's a picture of Alex Preddy. Nobody is speaking. Nobody is talking. It's just, you could feel like the weight of the moment. It almost feels like it just happened today. That's the feeling like I'm feeling. There's people here that are with people and they're not even talking to who they're here with. It feels heavy. It's almost like she's still here, or it almost feels like it just happened. That's the kind of feeling that I'm feeling a little bit. Sorry. Just imagine the people who live here. Do you guys live here? Are you from Minnesota?
Yes.
Is this your first time here?
Yes.
Visiting the spot? See, so there's not really a lot of like out-of-towners. There's some people who just even live here in Minnesota coming to see the spot for the first time. Of course, bringing something, leaving flowers. Again, like I would talk to people, but nobody is talking. Again, it's humanizing Renee. Okay, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna come to the comment section. Wow, you guys have a lot of comments. Is there something that you want me to read? Okay. Somebody said, are we going to... Okay, hold on. Hello, hope everyone's good. That's from Kim. Melva, what up, Melva? Awful, just awful, unaliving somebody like that. Tess says that she's going to try to behave. Crystal says she likes my hat. Thank you. Yeah, because everyone's quiet. Okay. I'm going to move a little bit away because nobody is really speaking here. So, but I want to leave it as the backdrop. Nobody is talking. Everybody is quiet. I'm telling you, there's a weight. It's almost like you kind of feel like she is still here. It's really weird. Not weird, but I think you know what I'm saying. Tess says, I hear him. Okay. Max said, who cares? Max, I respect that comment. I don't agree with you, and I think people do care, but I respect the comment. Thank you. Unifying is very important for every community. Melva, some need to go back home. Where are you? Good man, sir. I have 2 younger brothers that live in Minnesota. That's from Jazz. Why are you smiling then? Max said that. That's not really nice. Somebody said yes. You're really into yourself. Okay, Max, we're not going to read any more comments. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice to you, Max, but we're not going to read any more of your comments. Let's see. Somebody said it was faked. Don't hit the authorities with your car. Somebody says, Crystal said, hey, Max, comments are welcome. Please, no need to be insulting. Thank you so much, Crystal. David said she did it to herself. Again, I respect everyone's comments, everyone's views, but again, like I find it hard to have that kind of opinion, especially being out here. Like you really, I find it really hard for somebody to say that she did this to herself. Like just because somebody wanted to use their voice and use their day to let ICE agents and law enforcement know how they feel. And maybe she didn't go about it the right way. I'm not here to argue that point, but like I said, like everybody here has an opinion on ICE, an opinion on the police officers, and you just have to try to understand and put yourself in someone's situation, and they're wanting to use their voice, and that is the First Amendment, right? Like you have a right to protest. And again, like I said, maybe she shouldn't have done it in her car. Maybe she shouldn't have been blocking traffic, and maybe she didn't go about it the right way. But I really find it hard for somebody to say that it was justified for her to lose her life because she wanted to speak up to make her voice heard. I find it hard to agree with that. She was no good. David said she was no good example of a good mom. Okay. Trump isn't a Christian either, but he'll sell a Bible though. Crystal says, David, I hope you still feel that way if something like that happens to you or your family. Crystal, that's such a good point. Like, again, we could argue for days if the way she went about expressing herself was right or wrong, but there's still 3 children that don't have a mom. There's still her mom that lost her daughter. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why it's so hard for people to empathize with that. Even Trump calls something. Nope says, you should be worried more about the homeless. I built the people that are suffering because okay. Sorry, there's people that are commenting and I can't see it. She didn't have her 3 kids with her. She was a criminal. She should not been running over ICE agents. All right, that is from Melinda. Don says Malcolm X would be highly disappointed in her bro. The lead-in says it doesn't matter what she was, her life was taken when it could. Okay, sorry, there's a lot of people commenting, so I can't go higher. For those who are just tuning in, we are at the exact location where Renee Goode lost her life. This is the tree and the area where she hit. And we're trying our best to humanize the situation. David says, let's not lie about her. David doesn't feel like she was a good mom. She was following ICE for hours. You are gaslighting the people. You make the whole situation worse. That's David. I don't agree with that, but David, I respect your opinion. Ray says, you don't provoke violence. Oh, okay. I have to scroll down a little. I might miss some comments. I'm really sorry. Kim says, there are some ignorant people in the comments, but let's keep commenting. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Kim. Bum says she hit the officer who ended up in the hospital with internal bleeding. What's up, brother? Those reports were never verified, by the way. And I have watched multiple videos from multiple angles, and we saw him walking away from the incident after he unalived her, and he seemed like he was okay. Just my opinion. Max said he can't stop smiling. He's so into himself right now. Charles says, I wish you would stop this unaliving. Well, it's because we're on YouTube why we don't say the other words so we don't get flagged. I understand it's annoying. I feel like it's annoying too, but that's just what it is. Crystal says, listen, all y'all comments are welcome. Let's come together for a healthy debate, please. Don't bring the hate. Thank you. Prada said, shame on you for trying to discredit the ICE agents after she tried to run him over. She was a human, right? But the agent is also human, facing a similar situation of somebody trying to unalive him. That's Patra. Okay, so Patra, again, just my opinion, and I respect anybody who disagrees with that opinion. Hey, is my... Okay, so you just want to make sure you guys hear me. So it's even if you go on my Instagram, the Trent Out Loud show, I have a 3D rendering and it's in slow-mo. And I said the same thing when we first spoke about this. Again, just my opinion. If there was a car coming at me and I had something on me, like he had a GUN, sorry for spelling it out, but again, we don't want to put out flags. Let's say this is the car, okay? And he was here. Sorry, he was here. So let's say she is backing up, and let's just say, for argument's sake, she was coming at him. He wasn't, let's say, like in the middle. He was right here. If you had, I'll even just say, if you had a gun on you and there was a car and you were on the side, wouldn't you just jump to this side if there was a car coming at you? Just think about that. Ask a 10-year-old. Say, if there's a car coming at you and you had a gun and you were right here on the side, wouldn't you just move and step away? The time it takes for you to pull out your gun and aim it and shoot it, and even if you do shoot it directly at the person and the person gets unalive, that car is still going to be coming at you. So why, if you're actually thinking about your life, if that is your concern is you want to save yourself. I ask anybody who is on this live or anybody who watches this after, I guarantee your answer would be, if you had a gun on you and there was a car coming at you and there was 10% of 90% of the car already passing you, you would just move out the way. You would just do this. That's what you would do. And then, even if you say that you would take out your gun, I ask you, after the car has already passed you and it's no longer a threat, why would you shoot a second time? When the car has already passed you, it's no longer a threat. Y'all know how I argue. I will give you that. I'll give you the first one. Why the second one? There's no explanation for the second one. The car is no longer a threat to you because it's on the side of you. And then there was another shot. Why the third shot? All the way from the back window, almost the back window, right in the middle of the two windows. That means half of the car has already passed you. What are you worrying about? That the tires are going to run over your toes? So it's never justified, in my opinion. And I respect anybody who feels like, nah, if there's a car coming at me, I'm going to shoot the person, which again, in my head makes no sense, because if the person gets shot, they're going to keep on coming because they're not going to be able to move because you have stopped the threat, but the threat is still going to come at you. Why the second and why the third? How is Renee doing? Okay, there's a lot of comments going on, and it's not on my computer where I could go back up, so I'm gonna have to kind of go to the middle. The N90 says, guess she shouldn't have tried to run a federal agent over. The kids still have a mother, right? Or is that... Okay, I'm not gonna read that. I would be so mad if I lived there. All that garbage for a nutcase. Wow, man, you guys are... Hey, I respect your opinion, Wayne. Somebody lost their life, man. Like Crystal said, like, just think about if somebody in your family lost their life. But ICE, is ICE still in Minnesota? Thank you. These are the kind of comments I want to get. So Carrie, ICE is still here. According to Tom Homan, the federal agents, they removed 700. There are still 2,000. I have been here officially 24 hours now. I have not seen one ICE agent. I haven't seen one ICE car. I haven't seen an incident. I haven't seen anybody getting arrested. I haven't felt endangered. Y'all know my mom is like super protective of me. She keeps on texting me saying, make sure you're okay, make sure you're safe. I feel like I'm in any state. I feel like I'm in New York, LA, Chicago. I haven't felt one ICE presence. I haven't felt uneasy at all. Of course, yesterday we were at the ICE headquarters, and of course we saw some ICE agents coming in, but I'm saying just going out to eat, my hotel, renting the car, doing anything, driving. I was on the highway driving here. I have not seen one ICE agent. I would suggest anybody that wants to come to Minnesota to visit, it is beautiful. It's a little cold. As you guys know, I had to go and get my hat. It's a lot warmer than yesterday. Yesterday was really, really cold, but this is my first time here. When Randy Moss played for Minnesota Vikings, I was a huge Minnesota Vikings fan for like 10 years, but it's my first time here, and I love it. I will definitely come back. I would love to come here in the summertime. Yesterday we went to Mall of America, which is the biggest mall in the United States. Beautiful, beautiful. I would recommend anybody to come out to Minnesota. And I'm telling you, you get the feeling of brotherhood, sisterhood, family, unity. You really feel that here. And I feel like Minnesota was like that before. It's times 10. Everybody is talking to everybody. Everybody is looking out for everybody. Everybody says stay safe. Uber drivers, restaurants, people. And when I tell people that I'm a content creator, my waiter yesterday brought us a drink, and they're like, hey, we wanted to give you this drink on the house. Thank you for coming here, and thank you for reporting, and thank you for shedding light on Minnesota. So just a beautiful place. And this is what I wanted to come to show you guys, and what I wanted to see for myself is you feel the unity. And I feel like that is why there were so many protests out here. And again, I totally understand people who feel like people shouldn't protest, or people shouldn't be out here, or people shouldn't be getting in the way of ICE officers. But just my feeling is it's not paid agitators. It's not people just trying to buck the system. It's really people feeling like my neighbor, my friend, my Minnesotan is not being treated fairly, and I'm going to speak up for them. That's the feeling I get, and it's really beautiful. David said, you're doing great. Thank you so much, David. Bruno said, that's her fault. Okay, I respect that, Bruno. Sean says, sorry for her loss, but stupid games, stupid prizes. She was in the wrong. You cannot make her actions right. Self-inflicted. Okay, I respect that, man. Thank you very much for that comment. My heart breaks for you all. That's Karen. Nollins, what up, Nollins? Said, all people deserve to live a good life. This is America. Respect diversity. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Says, where did you have your honey bun taken you from? I don't know what that is. Jane says she's in tears. Suzanne says she chose the wrong path that day and decided to... Oh, here's a police officer. Oh, and by the way, I said this yesterday for those who didn't catch. The people of Minnesota have told me that they feel like the police and law enforcement are protecting them from ICE. And especially as a black man, sometimes you don't feel like, police are there for you. And a lot of Minnesotans are saying, of course, ICE, and it's a federal task force. And the police, whenever they're on the street and whenever they're intervening, they're still doing their police work, but they feel like they're here for the Minnesotans. That's gotta feel so good. Of course, I'm not a Minnesotan, so I don't feel that, but it feels good to know that the police are out here protecting their Minnesotans and their constituents from federal law enforcement. Again, I understand if you disagree with that, but that's got to be a good feeling if you're Minnesotan. Sorry you feel like that. She use her voice and her car. Johnny said her voice and or her vehicle. Somebody said this is stupid. Amy says I'm from the UK and I'm all for freedom. Oh, sorry guys, I hate doing lives on my phone because I can't scroll up and get every comment. So I'm sorry that I'm missing some, but I have to scroll a little further down. Nolan says, what street are you on? 38th and what? Please pan the camera.
So you know, I'm about
Yeah.
to pull out of here.
Okay, thank you, man. What press are you with? Just curious. Got you.
I work independently.
Got you. I think I've seen one of your videos.
No, I do photography.
Oh, you do
You
photography?
can probably see it. I was in the New York Times this weekend.
Oh, really?
Huge photo in the New York Times.
Wow. Are you from here? Are you from Minnesota? Oh, you're from Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Nice,
Potato
nice,
civil
nice.
rights, baby.
Nice, nice. All right, go ahead. Yeah. So, guys, this is 34th Street. So I'm on 34th, and I think the street I'm on is Portland. So I'm on Portland, and I guess I'm just assuming, I think the other street here is 35th. So this happened in the middle of Portland Street, in between 35th and 34th Street. No qualified immunity, Joseph said. The lady, Shearport says, really a paid activist? OMG, so sad. You think that? ICE supports illegal criminals that should be out of this country. Sabrina says she should have thought about her 3 children. Then she would have stayed home with them. She would be alive. Now she was wrong. I totally respect it, but this is what I'm trying to say. Like, maybe I would have stayed home too. And I don't have kids, but maybe if I had 3 kids, I would have stayed home. And I would have thought about, something happening to me and thinking I don't want to lose my life because my mom is going to be heartbroken, or my sister, or my nieces and nephews. And I understand that. But do you guys not see the beauty in her using her voice, even though she had 3 kids, and even though she had a wife, and even though her mom? You have to see the beauty in the fact that she chose, even though she had that, and she risked losing that for other people. She used her voice to try to help other people. And like I said, y'all know me, like, that's fine if you think that is not smart, but I see the beauty in that. I see that as her being selfless. And I get it. I would have probably stayed home too and said, I don't want to risk losing my life. I don't want to risk being arrested because I have 3 kids. But the beauty is that Renee decided that she wanted to use her voice, if you guys want to say use her car, to make a point to ICE to treat people better. You have to, I respect that. I respect that. Somebody says, you see what you want to see. Fair. Personal responsibility. Maybe don't fight ICE. Okay. Total BS about something, internal injuries. Yeah, I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I don't believe the internal injuries. I saw the guy that on a live tour totally walk away. And again, even if you think the first shot was justified, you cannot tell me that the second and third shot was justified. If it was just one shot, maybe I would have let y'all slide with that. There's no reason to do it a second or a third time if you feel like your life is threatened. And still, anybody who is watching this, if your life was threatened, I'm standing in front of a car right now. I'm standing in front of this car right now, okay? If I had a gun on me and this car started and was coming right at me, I would do this. I would move away. I wouldn't stand in front of this car with my hands out here and shoot it because it's going to come at me. It doesn't make any sense. Somebody says, leave ICE alone. Donna says, be careful out there, commenting on what happened. Karma says, she didn't hit anyone. Jordan says, how cold is it there? It's actually really nice today. It's like it's good. Thank you for standing up for us. No problem. ICE are there illegally. Somebody says he's demonic. Lock ICE up. Tammy says somber and sorrow and heartache seems to be the mood out there. David says you can't go after a cop in your car. Okay. Well, I just don't understand. She's not here to tell you what she was doing, okay? And you could look at it like she was backing up to try to get away, or you can look at it like she was going after him. And I just don't understand. If she's not here to tell you, how do you know that she was trying to hit him with the car? She's not here to tell you. So I don't understand why she's not given the benefit of the doubt, or at least say, we don't know what she was doing. Why are you so convinced that she was trying to run him over with her car? I don't understand that. How do you know? How do you know? Avoiding certain parts of the truth to suit your own narrative and hers. Crystal says, all you haters need therapy. Seriously, have some empathy. It's not okay for either side to act like this. Let's come together, have a healthy debate. Please don't bring the hate. Thank you, Crystal. Joseph says, ICE are not cops. ICE is not there legally. Like what? Johnny says, I don't think she was a bad person. She made a very bad decision. You see, I like this comment. She shouldn't be unalive, but she knew there could be consequences. I totally agree with this comment. The same with Alex Preddy. They were trained to do certain things. By the way, thank you for saying that. I haven't told you guys. The next location I'm going to go to is Alex Preddy. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Alex Preddy was motivated by Nicole's unaliving to start protesting. And again, I understand if you don't agree with this, but for Alex to say, I have a job, I have this, I have my own life, and for him to say he doesn't believe that Nicole lost her life, he doesn't believe it was justified for her to lose her life, and he wanted to make his voice heard. So he wanted to protest against ICE. I understand if you don't agree with it, but I just don't see how you cannot see that that is beautiful. I may not have done that, but I still think that is beautiful for somebody like Alex to say, there's a fellow Minnesotan that I feel lost their life unjustifiably, and I am going to make my voice heard so nobody else gets unalive, so that Donald Trump and his administration can go back to targeted arrest and arrest criminals and the bad people who are here illegally and take them out and stop targeting my fellow Minnesotans. You have to see the beauty in that. And that is what I'm trying to do here today. I get if it doesn't hit with you guys and you don't understand it, and I totally respect it, but you have to think that that is beautiful. I would love somebody to do that for me. And Minnesota, there's been millions of people that have been doing that, and millions of people all over the world. That's what the protest is about. They're not protesting only for themselves. They're protesting for the unjustified unaliving and the unjustified arrest of other people. That is so beautiful to me. To me. Tony says, I like your beanie. Thank you very much. David said cops. Jack says, he's avoiding the fact she had been harassing law enforcement all day. She was also part of a group that specifically targeted ICE agents using CB radios. That has not been... there's more people coming. That has not been confirmed. I understand that there's been reports, but it hasn't been confirmed. And like I said to you, she just dropped her 6-year-old at school. So reports saying that she was doing that all day. She was also dropping her kid off at school. And that has been verified. People don't have superpowers, super speed. See people honking for her? That's so nice. Yeah, that's so nice, man. So beautiful. I'm just telling you, the vibe out here is beautiful. Somebody says that was unaliving. You need to be an ICE agent to see how it feels. Okay, I'm going to just skip down a little bit here. Sorry that I'm missing out some comments. I'm just going to read the last 10 comments, and then I'm going to sign out because I really want to go to Alex's part. So sorry that I'm not reading all the comments today. I'm really sorry. Chrissy says, I appreciate it, Trent. Terry says, this guy is an effing joke. Thank you for that comment. Caroline says, what about the woman?
I appreciate you doing this.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for spreading.
Thank you.
the conviction
Thank
of
you.
everything we need,
Thank
right?
you.
In its community.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Are you a Minnesotan?
Yes, Minneapolis resident.
Really?
Very proud
I
Minneapolis
am.
resident.
I've been saying this on my show. Like it's my first time here, and just seeing how loving you guys are to each other, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I've been here for 24 hours, and anybody who I speak to, you really feel the love. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's a very strong community.
Yeah.
We're all about our neighbors,
Yeah.
but also FAFO, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't mess with us.
So
you
so
know?
even
This is
before
our home.
so even before this, you would say that Minnesota was like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, and it's funny when people move away,
Yeah.
they come back.
Really?
They always come back.
That's beautiful.
Because the community is just, you can't find it anywhere else. So.
That's amazing.
And what's your? I want to follow you.
Trent Out Loud. I'll
Trent
give you
Out Loud.
yeah.
I'll remember it.
You'll remember
I'll
it?
remember
All right.
Trent Out Loud,
Thank
it's
you.
easy.
Thank you.
so
All
much.
right. Thank
Appreciate
you.
Welcome to our city.
Thank you.
It's
I'm going to come back in the
beautiful.
summertime. It's a little bit more
Please
warm.
come back. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Do you see what I'm saying? Just a stranger. Like, thank you for being out here and reporting. This is Minnesota, guys. This is Minnesota. Right there. I think I'm going to edit a video right there. That is just Minnesota. Like, thank you for coming out. Thank you for reporting. Thank you for talking to us. That is Minnesota. What's up? Oh, I thought I was going to tell you something. What? No, it's okay. But I have it. I recorded here. Okay, I'm gonna sign out here. Somebody says you are a roulette. Somebody said a complete joke. At a peaceful protest, why all the violence? Somebody said you're wrong. I'm so proud of the people out there. Yes. Somebody says they're not protesting for a paycheck. Isn't there a video of Alex protesting before Renee was on the live? Okay, etc., etc. Okay. Guys, we're running low on time because we have a lot of things that we want to do today. Okay, I wanted to see this. Yeah, rest in peace, Renee and Alex. Loving, sweet, exactly. Crystal said, love you, Trent. Power to Minnesota. Kim says, thank you, Trent. Love this. R.I.P. Renee and Alex. Great live. Thank you, Terry. And last one we read is Cindy. She says, they are very loving as long as you agree with them. If not, they can be very vicious. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. Agree with the scams. Yes, they are paid. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. All the comments are welcome. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Stay tuned. Look for another notification. We're gonna sign out right now, and I'm on my way to go to Alex Purdy's location where he was on the live. And then also, if you can't tune in for that, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We will be live from Don Lemon's hearing at his courthouse. We're probably going to be going around live around 7 or 8 tomorrow morning. But stay tuned. I'll be back. Maybe I'll go grab some lunch. I'll be back in about an hour or an hour and a half live from Alex Purdy's location. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love y'all. Peace.